saved over $600,000 in the first year. I'm Greg Karp-Neufeld. I'm the Director of IT and Enterprise Security at Front. I oversee all of corporate IT, so that's everything from making sure you get an email to a laptop on your first day and ensuring that you're able to sign in and get access to all the systems you need on a daily basis. The enterprise security side, we're in charge of just making sure all of our corporate data and all the applications that house all of our corporate data are secure. When I joined Front, we were sort of the newest iteration of an IT team. We didn't have a great inventory of what our apps were. It was 2022 when a lot of businesses were trying to sort of tighten their pockets, so to speak, and we needed a way to find out what we had and if we needed everything that we did have. I'd say one of the biggest challenges we had, again, initially, is we just didn't know what we had. So it was a very fast way to find out all of the SaaS applications in our portfolio, both paid and unpaid. We brought on Productiv, and within, I'd say, 30, 45 days, it gave us a very immediate picture of the apps that we had, and gave us a pretty good list of what we needed to remove as well. The vendor I was working with before, I felt like there were some features missing, it wasn't moving as quickly, and Productiv just felt really innovative in the space and was moving fast, releasing new features, things that brought a lot of value to the product. We had duplicative tools. Some teams were working out of one, some teams were working out of the other. It just made collaboration really difficult. So by getting all of that information in Productiv, we were able to find what duplication we had in our mix, and were able to consolidate a lot. We saved over $600,000 in the first year. It's great when I can say, hey, we have all of our apps divided by all departments. Do you want to know what you're being held accountable for? Productiv is a much friendlier version of like a spreadsheet, right? You're not going through a long Excel. We have that visibility to see, okay, we have contracts coming up for renewal. There's a 90-day opt-out. No one's using this. Let's reach out to the owner, or we can help them directly with either canceling that or reworking the plan to something that works better for us. One of our big values at Front is transparency, and I wanted to always democratize the information of the SaaS portfolio we had. So as soon as we got the data into Productiv, we were pretty quickly giving all leadership access to say, hey, if you want to know what we have, if you're thinking of buying a new tool, maybe check first and see if we already have it or something similar to it. So it's very quickly become a company-wide resource for everyone. So now that we have Productiv in place, working cross-functionally with other teams regarding all of their SaaS tools has just been so much easier. We know who's in charge. When somebody leaves, we're super proactive about updating that so we maintain the data. Productiv gave us a lot of insights into when somebody last signed into the app, what their utilization was, and it allowed us to get a lot of really quick wins with license reclamation. I think, in some cases we were saving $8,000 with, the click of a couple buttons. When I first joined Front, I believe we had a little over 400 applications in our portfolio, both paid and unpaid applications, and now we're down to about 330 or so. So within 2 years, 20% decrease in our portfolio is pretty great. The number one thing that I can do with Productiv now that I wasn't able to do before is just track all of our renewals. Prior to Productiv, we didn't have a great contract management process. Contracts were everywhere. There was no centralized vision of these are the renewals we have coming up. This is how we need to plan accordingly for them. This is who we need to contact about the renewal. And now we have a single pane of glass view for all of that. SaaS management is so much more than just saving a bunch of money. It is valuable for that entire employee lifecycle. Say a new employee joins the company, they need to know what apps they may need to request access to. One of our newly unveiled values at Front is speed, and we want to make sure that employees are hitting the ground running, able to get what they need as fast as possible so they can do their job well. SaaS management is just so fundamental to running a good IT organization. You kind of can't do anything. I almost consider SaaS management like a foundation of how you run your IT department.